Georgia's Foreign Minister Gela Bezhuashvili has been visiting Europe, seeking support for his country, which has seen relations with its neighbour Russia steadily worsen since the Rose Revolution 3 years ago. As he travelled, Georgia tried to reduce tensions by moving its outspoken hardline defence minister to another cabinet post. Bezhuashvili, who was educated at Texas University and Harvard in the US, has indicated Georgia's future lies towards the west. But conflicts in the separatist regions of South Ossetia and Abkhazia remain unsettled, and Moscow has been playing hardball.
Last September, Georgia charged 4 Russian military officers with spying. They were released, but since then it seems that relations between Tbilisi and Moscow keep getting worse. Russia has imposed sanctions, they've cut transport links, and even some Georgians living in Russia have been deported. Does your country now regret having made these arrests?
The reaction and overreaction of Russia to the spy case was just top of the iceberg. The iceberg itself was visible a long time ago, because you mentioned economic sanctions. The economic sanctions against Georgia have been imposed by Russia a long time ago, a year ago, when they put a ban on Georgian export of wine and mineral waters and agricultural products. 8 months ago, unilaterally, Russia closed the land border, the only way to communicate and trade with Russia, without any sound legal explanations. On the other hand, what is happening concerning the harassment of ethnic Georgians in Russia is outside of any critics. It is absolutely unacceptable for a chair country in the Council of Europe to do something like this, harassing people only because they are Georgians. There is a total hunt on Georgians in Russia, which I don't think is good for Russia and is good for Russia's reputation.
But just that, Russia just doubled its gas prices to your country, and it seems that they want to strangle you further economically. Remember what happened last January. Are you not worried that, can Georgia survive another cold winter if Russia cuts off its exports to you completely?
Let me put it very, very clearly. We will survive, because we understand, and the people, when I say we, I am talking to you on behalf of every single citizen of my country that are truly believers in our choice. Our pro-Western, pro-democratic orientations enjoys overwhelming, about 80% public support. The people consider and they are ready to pay a price for their choice.
You said that Georgia was ready to have constructive dialogue with Russia. But what is your country ready to offer Russia?
We are offering Russia a hand of a friend that will be united, strong, democratic, transparent, which will be good for Russia. We want to be the country that will be a partner for Russia. That's our offer. What we do expect from Russia is recognition of our identity, recognition of our choice, and respect for Georgia's sovereign right to choose its own way, and respect for our borders. We are going to compromise, and we are ready to compromise. They know about this, on many things. We are quite flexible. But one is very clear. We are not going to compromise on our border.
So that means, for example, with South Ossetia, you're not ready to compromise on South Ossetia?
No, we are going to compromise on a status of South Ossetia within Georgia, certainly, using European models of political status, with the whole guarantees from Russia being a guarantor and impartial broker. We accept Russia as in such capacity and playing this positive role, but we are not going to compromise on any of the changes of our borders with Russia.
My last question. Your country has enjoyed political support from EU and from the US these last 3 years. But is that political support enough? What else would you like to ask from from the EU and from the United States?
Very good question. We need more political support. And that's why our meeting takes place right now here in Paris, because I'm here for a European trip. We need more strong voices. And I would prefer a one united European voice in support of Georgia's cause. Because what have been very clear to everybody was when the Europe talks with the partners in negotiations in a united, strong voice, then it is heard. And then you have results. Separate deals with Russia are not for good. But on a larger scale, I think what we need larger debates with the united voice of Europe, with Russia, on the issues of democracy, on the issue of how to behave with the neighbors, how to develop the common security in the European neighborhood, and so on and so forth. So, united we stay, stronger we are.
Okay. Mr. Bezhuashvili, thank you very much for talking to EuroNews. Thank you.
My pleasure.